Mm.
So now, Dr. Light, let's continue up. Number 23. Do you understand this question or not yet?
Yes, I don't know why I did wrong. Seems
That's number 23.
23 is D.
Correct, perfect. 24.
24 is C.
That's brilliant.
25 is C again.
Very nice work, correct.
26 is B.
Yes, fantastic.
27 is C.
27C, wrong. Must be letter
It's
B.
A.
Oh, it must be letter B. Why A?
Yeah, didn't you say that transitional words can be put in commas?
All right, in the end, in the middle, we have three places, but check is that is in the middle. In the middle, that means you wanted to say that in all of that one sentence. If it is in the middle, keep at the beginning from full stop to the end. But this is no. Why? Because he started clause again. The true problem was, and then subject, and then clause, and then verb. But that is a beginning of a new sentence.
Hmm.
But that means, however, at the end of the preface.
This is yeah. Okay.
Yeah, now let's take answer. Now one. If it is in the middle, but this one is opposite to this one. Yes or no?
Hmm.
But it's not. If you read the meaning, it's not. يبقى A is wrong. So A is wrong. Now again, does C has grammatical correct type punctuation? Yes, but the meaning is wrong. Why? Before dash, it is complete. Yes, from the beginning to the end. But here, however, at the beginning of the second sentence. So is this sentence opposite to this sentence? This one. So when you read the treasure objection, this design had nothing to do with this font's absurd resemblance to watermelons. It has no any contrast with this sentence. But how can I use, however, at the second, and the second is not opposite to the previous? يبقى here is wrong position. طب how about D? We don't have any weight like that, by the way. However, without any punctuation, except for one purpose in language, but we'll study it later. But it's not used like that in conjunctive adverbs. Now let's check B. B, however, at the end of the second, يبقى that is a second. Yes or no?
Mm.
Sentence opposite to this sentence. We make it in different colors. This is the two ideas because it's at the end. Now check, do we have opposite ideas here? Let's read. The Treasury Department scrapped $1,000 note shortly after it was released. And then he said the Treasury objection to this design. Objection. See, objected
Mm.
to this. Nothing to do with the funds. This means we have something not clear, something opposite. Feel it?
Mm.
So we have contested idea or opposite idea. So however, here it must be at the end of the second. That's why. So we give you the three positions, but where are the two opposite ideas? That's it. And this is a common one in your test. How about 28?
28 is B.
B, it's correct, perfect.
29 is A.
29A, yes, fabulous.
30 is C.
30, it's C, yes, great improvement.
31 is A.
That is wonderful.
It's wrong.
Yes, 32.
I'm sorry. 32 is C.
Yes, you did it. 33.
33 is B.
B, wrong. 33, it's letter D. Look, the same trick.
Listen, but didn't we say after, for example, there's a colon? Like there was a question that had like, for example, and then colon.
You must check the clauses. What are the clauses in setting them? It is a trap, but check the answers. If it is like A, يبقى before calling we have ID. So now check. This is the preface ID. Is the second one this one example? If it is يبقى دي correct. A correct, but this is not. While friendship or sharp while is, and if you check this part, it has a mistake already. While subordinated conjunction, where is the two clauses joined by commas? We agreed. Because we agreed before subordinated conjunction at the beginning, it needed two sentences or two clauses joined by comma. Okay, but where are they? So already after, for example, I have a mistake. So is wrong. Now we'll check again. For letter B, can it? Yes. If it is, for example, at the end of the second, it can be. But now check, is this part example to this part? Or what's it in?
No.
No. According to Plato, there are 7 different kinds of love, to which he assigned the names. And then the love between parents and their children is stored and stopped. Okay, but how about this is part? But when we read carefully, we will find that is the clause of this conjunction. But here, so it must check that in the middle we have subordinated conjunction. So complete clause, subordinated conjunction, complete clause. And all of it is an example to different kinds of love. But this is sentence, all of it, an example to this one. But this means it is wrong. Now again, letter C has a lot of mistakes. So this is common sign assessment, don't need it. So this is wrong. Now we need to check. When I see 2 commas, that means the transition word in the middle of the second. So from full stop to the end, it is the second. يبقى all of that, all of this part, it's a second. Now, is this one example to this one? Yes. يبقى so letter D is the best structure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Very good try. Number 34.
34 is D.
Correct.
35 is C.
35C, yes. Great improvement.
36 is C.
Yes, that's it. Perfect. Very good, lady.
37 is B.
B or D?
B. Bear.
Yes. Wondrous and beautiful. 38.
38 is B again.
So 38 is B again. Correct. That is very good work.
39. Well, I marked it. That means that I'm not sure of it, but 39 is D.
39, it must be letter A.
I'm not sure of it.
Do you remember the punctuation? We have a stated verb. Do you remember? The front page. The front page headline. In blah 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 proclaimed. And then come and tell me what is proclaimed. You found it? Catch it?
There has to be a comma. Wait, why is there? There has to be a comma like before the quotation.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
There has to be a comma before the quotations?
And after the verb, yes.
Okay.
Here you put it before the verb. Here it's before, here after the verb, but we don't need this comma. Right? This comma is unnecessary. Why? Because how to make this part non-essential? Because this comma is mistaken, so it's wrong. The same problem here, this comma don't need it. And already we need comma here. So many mistakes in this part. So here is letter A correct. That's why.
Mm. 40 is C.
40 must be letter C, and that is correct. You did it, alhamdulillah. So you make some mistakes for the difficult questions, but as a good start, it's just perfect. Right? Do we have other homeworks?
I don't know. You didn't assign a homework for now.
You have assignment homework for school?
School? No, in school we have a holiday now.
You are really good luck. You are always lucky, Dr. Light. May Allah bless you. But did you revise this part or not yet?
We didn't like solve anything. I don't think so.
So let's revise it very quickly. Hey, just like give you information about the conjunctions as we agreed for fanboys. Now let's know more about the fanboys. Number one, the first rule, before it must be complete sentence. Remember, it's a sentence, not clause only, but most common one clause. So now check it very quickly. If I find subject, if I find verb, and then find complete meaning. Yes, and his subject verb complete meaning correct. So you need comma. Remember the comma before, not after. Right? This is the first rule. Now, if one of the clauses is not complete like that, the second clause lacks verb, lacks a subject.
So no comma.
So you should delete the comma. Why? Because it breaks the rules. So why do we delete this subject? Because it's the same subject. And as I told you in elliptical construction, that we can delete what is already understood. This means if it is the same subject, expect the writer to delete it. Say, here we used the coordinated conjunction to join two things only. So two things only, but we don't need punctuation. And remember, we don't need because compound only two. So that means the coordinated conjunction to coordinate or to join two words, two phrases, two clauses, two ideas. It depends on the writer style. Feel it? This is called the B1B. Now let's take some rules before we go to the second one. We agreed before that complete sentence, comma, fanboys, complete sentence, full stop, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Now we have exceptions. If this clause has many commas or comma, many commas or one comma, if this clause has commas or one comma, you must change this comma to semicolon. Why? Because if you keep it comma with commas, you will confuse the reader. So to avoid the confusion, it change the comma to semicolon. So expect to find semicolon from boys, no problem. If we have commas, and we'll practice a lot later. Another rule that we can delete this comma if the first clause or the second clause short clause, or both of them short clause, like one word or two or three. Let me give an example. If I said stop, or I will tell you. Look, here stop one word. It's okay because stop here, it's a command, an order. So the subject is hidden, you, pronoun you. I'm talking to you, so you, hidden subject. So we have subject you, and there's a verb stop, and there's a meaning complete. So close or not close, but it's a short close because it's one word. That means you have the right to delete this comma. So you can see it like that, stop or clear.
Mm.
So we have exceptions. We can delete the comma if it is short close. We can change it to semicolon if we have comma or commas before. But if it's long clause, you need comma. Remember, it's necessary to use comma because in the test it will give you answer with comma, one without comma. Both of them correct, but it check. Is it complete? Complete, you need comma. It has commas, change it to semicolon. Short, delete the comma. Remember, it's an option. You can find the comma or not if it's a short. Most writers use it without comma. And inshallah, we'll analyze a lot of text.
Mm. Okay.
That's now we need to have a comment trap. What's that? Is the meaning of the boys. For here, it gives you the meaning of since, the meanings of because. It's not for as preposition.
Mm.
Found it? Here, for yet it does not mean like up to now or like, no, it means here you can imagine it as however. So when I see comma yet, so I found however. That's all. And or here for a choice. And then or as no choice. And the end to add information. And so of course cause and effect. That's it. Remember all of these conjunctions. So if they are used as conjunction, you need clauses. Can we use them as prepositions? Sometimes they use for as preposition, like the expression for a while. So it can be, but if I find the comma for before clause, after clause, so it's used as conjunction, so it means because.
Mm.
So, and we'll practice a lot. That's it. The second one for subordinated conjunction. Subordinated conjunctions, of course, you must memorize all of them, but these, not all, there's some of them. So you must memorize all the subordinated conjunction, or you will feel confused in the exam. No time to think. Now, if the subordinated conjunction in the middle, so you need two clauses before and after. So here, the phone died, complete or not complete.
Mm-hmm.
Here, complete or not complete. So it must be yes. You catch it?
Mm. And we don't put a comma?
No, we don't use comma because it's subordinated conjunction.
Okay.
But if we have comma, it's not subordinate, must find the reason. If I want to use non-essential information between the word died and because like that, comma, information, non-essential information, comma, and then I continue. It can be because this is comma for non-essential.
Mm.
Don't make it like it's a design, comma because wrong. No, check perhaps if we have a reason for the comma, use it. If it's not, delete it.
Mm.
Check.
Yes.
If you have the subordinated conjunction at the beginning, you need comma before the second clause. Not only to have comma, it must be in the correct placement. So before the second clause. So your job to check where is the second beginning of the clause. That's why.
Mm.
Here it's the same. So in the middle, no commas. At the beginning, we have comma. So many times. That's why. And then here, some explanation for you can revise at home. Now with the relative pronouns, and check it because it's very important. Number one, we can use relative clause with comma. Look, with what?
Mm.
With comma. Between two clauses, no problem. But you should remember something. I told you before that complete sentence, comma, complete sentence, this is comma, implies mistake. Yes or no?
Yes.
So when you look at this part, you will find the same. We have clause, clause. Okay, this is right. But we have relative pronoun and we have comma. So this is relative pronoun just like conjunction to connect this idea with the preface. So if you find this as part, wrong. But here we have conjunction. So you can imagine that which is a conjunction. So we need comma. And of course, here between most of the relative clauses, we need comma before. If I delete which, wrong. It will be comma splice if you delete which. Now it checks the meaning. It shows several mosaic tiles which she arranged into a pattern. But she arranged into a pattern the tiles. If she arranges the tiles into a pattern. So which it's correct. It's not who or whom or whose. So correct. So everything it is correct. So after which expect clause. Here again. Sentence, clause, a relative pronoun, and then sentence. As he mentioned here, this is wrong. She created a design. That's the first word. It is the same like that. But the problem that we don't use comma before that.
And all the other relative pronouns we use comma, except that.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, we use comma if it's which or whom or whose, but that no. But remember, it's not rule to see comma that wrong. You must check is that here relative pronoun. If you don't need comma before that. If we have non-essential information, the writer wants to add non-essential information between this part like that. Info, as you know, any phrase or non-essential information, then comma. So we have a reason for the comma. Delete the two commas, you will find it correct. That's why. But don't follow the hacks like some students say, comma is that wrong, comma preposition wrong. You see, this is hacks called dedicated guess, but you take risk, and you are very intelligent, Dr. Light, and you are very intelligent. So don't follow hacks, follow knowledge and reasons. That's why we study together. Next one. So here we have a lot of notes for you. Now let's check this part. Blood contains hemoglobin, which delivers oxygen to the muscle. Is that correct? Yes, it's correct. Why? Because it mentioned like that, complete sentence, comma, relative clause, full stop. This structure it is correct. But before you say correct, check the meaning. Blood subject contains a verb, object, so it's a simple sentence, so correct. If we have clause. Now we have comma, yes. We have which, yes. So we have verb after which. It's the same. Now ask yourself, who or what delivers oxygen to the muscles? Hemoglobin? But it's correct. But why he did not repeat the subject to say again which hemoglobin delivers to? Okay, but it will be redundant. Why should I repeat if it's okay not to repeat? That's it. Now it's the same. If I delete which and use that, you don't need comma, as we agree. But I check the meaning. That one in agreement with this one. Yes, grammatically, yes, and the meaning, yes, he it's correct. That's why. And some notes for you at home. Now we need to go to the next. Here we many examples. For example, here the historian who wrote and then whose position, and so many examples. Now for the essential and the non-essential point. It is so simple as we agreed that it is essential, no commas. Imagine that non means a comma. So if I told you non-essential, it means you need two commas. So you need two commas, you need two dashes, you need two brackets, you need two parentheses in a similar punctuation. Can set off. So here let's check. I wanted to know that is the comma in the correct place? Simply read before and after. As you know, remember,
Yes.
bats have excellent hearing. Yes, it's correct. But wait, it checked before. Is it in the middle, correct? Bats which are nocturnal are plural, and the bats plural and the nocturnal refers to bats and the bats non-humans to which and comes in correct place, so it's everything correct. Here it is saying we use that, we don't have commas, and that refers to live, and the bats here hibernate, so it's correct. But the problem is, this is part non-essential means if I delete it from the sentence, it does not affect the meaning. Because this information sometimes not related to the main focus of the sentence. So the main focus bats hibernate during winter. So what is the strong close relation for this idea and this idea? It's important because he said here that live in cold climates and hibernation is related to
Cool. Sorry.
cold. And to say that bats have a specific adaptability. So it's important. And without thinking, when you find that, it is essential without thinking. But when you see which, you must check. Is there a close, strong relationship between this piece of information and the sentence? Bats have excellent hearing. What is this relation of having excellent hearing to the idea that they are nocturnal? So this means it's not important. If I delete it, does not affect the meaning. So we can use two commas. So in the exam, inshallah, your test will give you two answers. Commas with two commas. Your job is to check the meaning. That's what. And here's some notes for you to read at home. And now let's check example. Both of them correct. But in the test, we need a specific meaning. Can we delete this part? If I read it like that, it means I can delete it. So if you have a question about printers, find employee. I mean, find an employee who can help you. Anyone with any experience. You see it? But if I make it like that, no, it's very important to find an employee to help you, not any employee. Employees that have experience to help you, not anyone. You can find an employee, but he cannot help you. Because this is one related to. So or imagine that this is information like a characteristic for this person. An employee must have experience to help you, not anyone. But for this one, it's anyone. What can I do in the test? It checks the meaning of the paragraph, checks the question. What does the question need? Catch it? And you will find many questions in this one in your test because we test you for content, logic, not only for punctuation. Is that clear? Yes. Now we need to go to the next. Here he wants to tell us study and revise the electrical construction. We'll take some notes and then we'll continue inshallah later. Here, for example, this is a time of day I enjoyed most. So when you read it, you guess like that. Complete sentence. So this is comma splice or run on since mistake. Remember, I told you complete sentence. And then no any punctuation. And then you start in a sentence again. This is wrong. Why? Because you run sentences. So run on sentence is wrong. Sentence nothing. When you look at this example, you will find here already we have sentence. And here we have sentence, but there is no any punctuation here. So this means it's wrong. Okay, but here, for this is one, imagine that we have a relative pronoun. If it doesn't work to the previous, if this means it's correct. Look, this is the time of the day, which or that I enjoyed most. If I enjoyed most the day or the time of day, if it's related to the previous or not.
Yes.
That just means there was a pronoun, but it is deleted. Why? just to keep it shorter. This is called in English, and it is a common trap for you to check is it fragment or not.
Wait, so how
That's
do
why.
I know if it's a run-on sentence or not? I just put that.
Yes, put that or any pronoun like that. If it works, it's correct. If it's not, يبقى run-on.
Mm,
That's why sometimes we give you second sentence. It's not related to the previous, but it's continuation of ideas.
mm,
That is. And now we need to check some notes, for example, like that. The grammar book that I read was truly, it is the same. We have subject and then clause and then verb. So as I told you, between the subject and the verb, we can have phrases and the clauses. Here's a clause with that, but it's simple, short clause. Okay, so I can use commas or not, but here that does not need commas. Okay,
mm,
but check, is this subject in agreement with this verb? Yes, the grammar book was truly running, complete sentence. Here we have complete. Is this clause related to the preface? Yes. So it is correct. But the problem is for the modifiers to put the clause near to what it modifies. And this is a big chapter, inshallah, we'll revise it. It's very easy. Now, let's try. Here, grammatically correct. Construction began. Then complements. This phrase. And then clause, which, okay, but does this clause describe this time or describe the construction?
Construction.
So it must be near to what it modifies. So all of this clause must be put after construction, not after the time.
Mm,
If I delete which and use when, is the same meaning? Wrong, because what lasted 8 years? The year. But how? So the same meaning wrong. So grammatically correct, everything correct, but the meaning is wrong. Just called the modifier. If a modifier means we add information to describe something, but it must be put in correct place.
mm,
And we'll revise inshallah the whole chapter. Here it's the same. When you read, you will find something. What does it refer to exactly? You see, for example, experts advocate plenty of vitamin C, which they recommend a variety fruits. Here they advocate plenty of vitamins. Here they recommend something else. But when you read, what does this clause refer to? It does not refer to anything. Why should we use it here? So you must check everything. The grammar correct, the subject, verb, complete clause, comma clause, complete clause. Yes, it's correct. It's the meaning. So remember, we check two things: structure, I mean grammar, and then content, I mean meaning.
mm,
That's why. So here it's the same. Now let's check something else. And it's a very common trap. We use clause, but does the clause refer to the word before the comma, or it can be anything in the clause, or it can be all the phrase. Now let's check. Mallory finished the new table for the kitchen, which she found at a yard. What she had found at a yard, the kitchen or the new table. So we found the kitchen at the yard, or we found the new table at the yard. What does it mean? So both of them correct. Or we can have a kitchen in the yard. But logically, according to the paragraph, it's essay, the writer message. What does he want to say?
mm,
That's why we don't use outside knowledge. In the sentence, we must have evidence in the style of writing of the author. And then we go to the test maker and questions.
mm,
But here it must be the new table. But the new table for the kitchen. But this is clause refers to the whole noun phrase.
mm,
That is correct in writing, yes. Is the grammar correct? Yes. Punctuation correct? Yes. Everything. Here fast, here fast. That's why.
mm.
And then we have a lot of examples. Another point for the relative clause, does it refer to the whole entire situation? Yes, it can be. Now let's read. We have clause. Yes, but let's check because it's very important. Now, is before the clause complete sentence? Introductory phrase, comma, correct, and the sun rays subject, and are, and then oriented, and then complements. It's correct. There is no any mistake. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Now, what does this clause refers to? What or who reduces the amount of energy which is hitting any given spot? Who?
The ray.
The ray is wrong. Reduces the amount of energy. The rays of sun?
Oh no, wind.
Wrong. So the sun? Wrong. Or it is the action, all of it. The idea of rays are oriented way. So it is the entire situation. See,
The whole ray.
situation of the sun's rays being oriented more diagonally in winter. Yeah, so it describes the whole situation. That's what it comes in the exam. So because we need to ask yourself, is this S1? Why singular? Is it because sun? Because rays? Because diagonally? No, this is verb. We need subject. Subject must be noun. So is it sun? Wrong. Rays? Wrong. And rays plural, here singular. So you guess it is sun. Winter. Winter preposition phrase. Preposition phrases, as you know, it has no any subject. So you guess it's the sun? No. It is a whole situation. That's why. But it comes in the exam. And sometimes we test you for subject verb agreement. And sometimes we test you for which. Is it which or who or whom or whose? The whole situation, we need which or that only. That's why. So we have some common traps for the style of the writers. And that's it. Start looking the exam, some prepositions before the relative clause. What's it? It's something so easy, and I'm sure you will answer it correctly because you understand the sentence. Let's read. The panel announces the metrics. By which? By what? By the metrics. So by the metrics, the chef's submissions would be judged. So it's the same meaning. The chef's submissions would be judged by the metrics. But we need by, not in, not off, not by, not with. So it must be by, like that. The book details the challenges. Details here, it's a verb. With the challenge. So with the challenges, early settlers were confronted. Early settlers were confronted with. But let's do in the exam like that. Is it which, in, at, for, by, between, among, what, or no preposition? So you must read it. Yeah, so which refers to something. Now for the phenomena, you see, no good explanation exists. So there is no explanation for the phenomenon. That's why. So it is the same. So many examples for you to read at home and revise. And here we have common mistakes. Here it's a comma splice. Here it's a relative. But let's check because it's very important. Let's agree about something. When you see this expression, it's not subject. When I see some of which, not subject. Both of them, both of whom, not subject. Of which, not subject. So what does it mean?